Good day to you from South Africa on our first applied post-harvest technology video. This video has been made due to the COVID-19 pandemic which hit us since March 2020 and actually changed a heck of a lot of things. First things first, I would like to bring my sincere condolences to the families and businesses that lost loved ones due to this horrible virus. And from our personal experience, I can vouch that we also lost acquaintances, guys that we had meetings with in 2019, which suddenly succumbed to this horrible virus that is raging around the world. It seems to be getting a little bit better, although in Europe it picks up again and the pandemic hits for the second time. From our point of view in South Africa, we are allowed now to travel in Africa, and both Qatar and Emirates are flying again, so we could come to countries like Egypt, Morocco, and other countries in the African continent or on the African continent to come and consult on your specific crops. The first video is going to handle on table grapes because due to the COVID pandemic, what we saw, and that is something that has been noted worldwide, the table grapes have got a particular problem. The sales is slower worldwide, and then the shelf life becomes very much thing in the picture as the grapes stay longer in storage and shelf life is important. You all got it. 99% of you do grow a fantastic produce in the field, in the orchards, and once you pack it and you pack it with green stems, it comes on your destination and suddenly you get QCs with dry stem and brown stem and loose berries and all kind of other problems. Now that is something with table grapes that could be entirely in control with you at the farm at the moment of harvest. But that's it. The client doesn't come and eat the fruit in your orchard. That means there is something wrong. There is a technical challenge as stated by Oscar Salgado on the Table Grape Symposium in Chile in early February this year. We got fantastic fruit in the orchards worldwide, whether it's Namibia, South Africa, Egypt, Spain, Italy, Chile, Peru. You got fantastic fruit on the grapevine, and then you harvest it and suddenly you have quality problems with all kind of disadvantages, mostly financial. Now that shouldn't happen, and it shouldn't happen. Why? Because there are ways and means of solving this, and we did it. We seems to be the only guy in the world that actually did tackle it exactly where you have to tackle it and the only way where you can tackle it. Now the biggest thing is that, first of all, a lot of people say, yeah, but I will wait for next year and it will change. Now, first of all, the title of the series is Nature Never Breaks Her Own Laws. That is not given by me. Leonardo da Vinci said that in the medieval times, and he was right. It wasn't on post-harvest, but he was absolutely right. Nature never ever breaks her own laws. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. You fool yourself in thinking you can actually fool nature. Took a long time before we understood it, but once you understand it, it's actually good fun because you can manipulate nature in order to make it think it's in control. And I'm not talking about chemicals or any other jazz that you try to do in the orchard, which is fine because you get a perfect product in the orchard and then trouble starts. Funny enough, and to explain that phenomena, we were in an orchard in Egypt after season where the leaves were already falling down. And the guy said, yeah, but I don't understand. We harvest, we put the green stems in boxes, we send them overseas, and there suddenly we have hassles. Even 3-4 days after we've flown some produce in, we have hassles. Why? And then we went into the orchard, and whilst the orchard was dying, basically, it was after season, there was still some grape bunches on the orchard, and I said, look, let's go and have a look. I'm sure we'll find some bunches there. We found some bunches. These stems were absolutely perfect. Now, the grapes were full of sugar because they have been hanging on the plant and the sugar has been built up over the season. But the stems were absolutely perfect, and that is because the plant looks after its offspring. And that's an important given. Why is that stem staying green and pliable and fresh? Consumers overseas do get guides where they say, if you go and buy grapes, you must look for green stems, pliable stems, and fixed berries, and no hassle with the berries, no loose berries, no chatterberries, whatever. You all know it. You all know the drill. But yet, in practical terms, it's not getting done on the farm. Everybody knows the rule: grape at 32 degrees loses so much shelf life and quality in an hour as in a day at 4 degrees, or in a week at 0 degrees. That rule is known worldwide, yet it's not getting applied. Hence the fact that if you do the things again without any change and you're expecting another result next season, I've got news for you. Einstein already said it. It's actually basically the biggest form of insanity. If you don't change the way you harvest, after you cut that grape from that vine, and you don't start thinking on how to treat your grapes, you're gonna be in trouble again and again and again. And that's a fact. It's simple. It's as simple as 1 and 1 is 2, or 11 if you're an accountant probably. But still, and you can have a joke about it, you will still have the same problems, and they won't go away. So if you want to change your way on how to harvest, they called me in Egypt a post-harvest gynecologist, because I compared it with cutting the umbilical cord of a baby. Once you cut the grape from the vine, and that's what it is. If you don't look after the baby dies. If you don't look after your fruit, the fruit will start dying. To get you into detail how we do it, that's our trade secret. We can do it. We've proven it with different varieties, different commodities in different areas, with different farms, and it works. We don't have dry stem. We don't have brown stem. We sorted it out. We sorted it out a long time ago. Why? Because we understand nature, and it took us a while, but it's simple once you understand it. If you understand it, it's not just selling a machine either. Anybody that comes into your farm that says, I got a machine and I got the solution, that's not going to work. It's about philosophy, it's about attitude, it's about approach to your harvest, and it's to be sure that you know when to do what, how, and where. That is knowledge, and that knowledge only comes through experience. We have been doing this for 25 years. 25 years ago, we already had grapes with such green stems that even in the USA, they fell over and they couldn't understand what it was. We have this year again farms that phoned us and said, look, we have our results on the grapes. We have $1.37 per carton more compared to last year, 0% claims. No hassles, all QCs from all over, United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Singapore, and China, all with flying colors through. And the PUC, your unique packing coder, has been earmarked, or was earmarked for them, to basically getting the fruit done proper and nicely sold again for next year. I'll gladly give you a list of our clients that work with us. It doesn't have to be. It's a practical implementation, and as you know, in theory there is no difference between theory and practice. In practice there is. Solve it practically. Stop getting it around all the studies and the scientists proving and disproving and trying it again, and every 10 years making another study on exactly the same subject. We did it in practice, in the field, with experience. It works, guys. So if you want to contact us to find out what is the story and how it happens, feel free. You can contact me on +27 for South Africa, 78-992-2485, which is my personal cell phone. Or you can drop me an email at jan@umgwebo.com, and I'll spell it for the non-Africans. It's umhwebo.com, and I will reply, and we will look into details how we can help your farm to make sure that this doesn't happen. See you later. Bye.